One thing for sure about millionaires, they always calibrating. They taking risks. They want to be independent financially. And, for the most part, just be left alone. So it's a marathon, but might have to pick up the pace. And, you got to have that proper fuel, that educational nourishment. So a lot of people are not built for it, but I am.
Be something I wasn't even born to be.
Humble.
Humble.
They want you to be humble.
Yeah, so you humble me. What you got now? You got a war? You got a global war? You got the Chinks, you got the Dominicans, the Asians, the Russians, the Colombians, the Jamaicans. What they doing? They desecrate the nation. You got your veritable fucking snowstorms of cocaine and smack, whatever the hell else they shove in their veins. You got a worldwide crime syndicate now. There's no rules. There's no parameters. There's no feelings. There's no feelings for this country.
Anarchy.
You got anarchy. So? 5, 10 years from now, they're gonna wish it was American Cosa Nostra. 5, 10 years from now, they're gonna miss John Gotti.
That's right. It's the Big Game Network. This Jay Prince thing, man. He was on Gillian Wallow's podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game. He had his son on there, Jay Prince Jr., Mike Prince. And they was giving their take on this whole Quavo situation. Well, just Quavo and Takeoff. The unfortunate situation with Takeoff got killed at an event, some type of dice game activities. You guys follow the story, and I'm not gonna go all the way in the details because I wasn't there, to be honest with you. And I'm just I'm curious to find out what led up to all that situation, someone losing their life, getting shot, killed, at a party that was sanctioned by Jay Prince Jr. and family. It's very unfortunate, man. I mean, but now you got guys, they're going on the internet and they're trying to justify, what they wasn't involved in and what the situation was. And, it's an ongoing case. It's an open case in Houston. And you got people talking in regards to that case. And I always thought that was a no-no because I think it complicates things. And if you're not willing to elaborate on what led up to someone losing their life or whatever that case may be, but even though this information is sensitive, but I just don't think, a family outside of Quavo's family and the Migo family and Offset's family and Takeoff's family really have no business speaking on something that's an open case. Because I think that hinders the truth. It hinders any type of investigation that can, lead to someone getting, suspects or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, Mr. J Prince, why are you talking about this, man? What is the end game for you? And what is your motive behind, coming on these different platforms and constantly leaving bird crumbs as far as information of what people, basically you're saying what people are thinking. You're trying to speculate on how public opinion is. You don't have that much power, bro. I mean, you're old enough to know that, right? We're from the same era. You've been very successful. You know how things work out here. You have your brand mob ties, as you discussed on the show. And you're saying that your brand you're trying to keep it a positive brand. But you're talking very cryptic in your language. Not saying that you got to go out here and just spill the beans or rat or whatever. But why you keep coming on these programs and these platforms and discussing an ongoing case is where I have issue with. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have anything to do with it, then I don't think you should touch on that. I think you should stay away from that situation and let the people who handle that situation handle it. But you keep coming back online. It's like you trying to get clean out this whole situation. And then what I didn't like about it, what I thought was, really reckless, is when you said something, you mentioned, kind of, we all know he probably was talking to, as far as Offset, in regards to you're hearing rumors, you're hearing this, and you talking about someone hiding their hands, and what does that got to do with anything, man? You're trying to say you're the victim now? This man lost a family member, his brother, his cousin. I'm talking about Offset. He's grieving. And I know they had a situation at the Grammys with him and Quavo that's been reported. But that's family. Okay? That's something they're going to have to work out. And yes, maybe it was foul or whatever. But that's their issue. But yet, Mr. Prince and your family keep speaking on situations, and you're talking in circles, sir. You're talking in circles. And it just comes off like you're just trying to be, you're trying to come off like hands off on a situation that happened, that it just was out of your hands. It was out, and you saying you weren't there, you was in the, it's just a lot of stuff, man, to unpack. But you choose to go on $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Gillian Wallow. But I have to say this, brothers, I have to say this. You guys came off a little weak, my guy. You came off a little weak in this particular interview. And I understand you was trying to show respect and you was trying to be delicate considering the subject matter. But when he goes into getting on Offset and talking, making kind of like veiled threats, I would have had to check him. Sorry, I would have had to check him. I would have had to intervene on that one. And because I don't think that was necessary, considering the situation. The man's still grieving. You know what I mean? And you keep talking about someone, you're hearing all these rumors. Okay, so rumors. I mean, people have rumors every day about people. So give that man a call. You know what I mean? You know how to get, and maybe you guys do know how to get in touch with anybody. I don't know. But my whole thing is, I don't know where you're getting this info from. And you're putting it out there. No one knows this until you know this information until you spill what you spill on it. You're saying this to the public. And so when the public, rebuttals a lot of stuff that you're spewing, you can't get mad at the public. I'm just saying. But it was weird. The whole thing that I saw, I was uncomfortable with a lot of it. It was very kind of disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's trying to be all delicate and talk around situations, but you steadily talking. Why talk? All right? And you're not the family that's directly affected. You know what I'm saying? You was the people that was having an event, and now you're trying to distance yourself from this, that, and the third, and then you're talking about people going to the airport and allegedly, and all just everything ain't for everybody. And I guess I'm confused because Jay, you old enough to know that sometimes you just gotta, keep things close to the vest. Where's the rules? Where these so-called codes? There's no codes. Like I said before, there's no codes of the streets anymore. That's dead. All these so-called bosses or movers and shakers, and they want to be celebrities. They want to be out in front of the camera. It used to be that you played it back, but now the bosses want to tell you that they are a boss. They want to go on the Instagram, social media, and remind people that they are a boss, that they're running things, and they're bosses. Why? I don't need to know. I don't need to know the tentacles of your power, the strength, your reach. I just think it's disgusting. Young man lost his life, man. Takeoff. You got Quavo still dealing with the situation because he was right there. And he was in the middle of all this. It was really his situation. So I saw on another site, another platform, another channel on YouTube that one particular gentleman suggested that is Quavo playing both ends against the middle, both sides. Is he playing on both sides, man? I mean, I'm confused. You getting in fights at Grammys with your cuzzo because he wanted to kind of participate in the tribute. I get it, man. I mean, y'all have a beef. I get it. There's an issue there. It's nasty, man. It's just nasty. It's nasty work. And I wish you guys can, at some point be able to figure it out. But it is nasty. But, what can you do? What can you do? I said shout out to $1 Million Worth of Game. You're going about, you're getting content. You do what you gotta do, bro. You do what you gotta do. So I just thought you could have hit him with some questions that you know, there was some questions, there was some rebuttals or something, man. You know what I mean? You just can't have a dude just come on your platform and send out veiled threats to someone who's close, the victim's family. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm reaching. I don't know. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, the Grammys were yesterday, Sunday. Beyonce, you know, broke the record. I think she got like 33 Grammys. She got a bunch of them. She didn't get Album of the Year, which I was shocked because it seemed like it was all lined up. The stars were lined up for her. They gave it to some dude named Mr. Jack Styles, whatever it is. I don't know his music. I'm sure he's very talented. But he got Album of the Year. Kendrick Lamar won for Best Rap Album of the Year. I don't agree with that at all, but he made an album designed to win a Grammy. But as far as, to me, in my opinion, replay value, and I'm a Kendrick fan, I might have played it once or twice after I initially heard it. Then he had some moments. Don't get me wrong, it had some moments on the album. They had, you know, N95, the Mother joint, you know, all that, the Auntie, whatever that it was, you know. It was all right, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing, it didn't really hold me. It wasn't really, it didn't stick to me. And I was like, Album of the Year? I mean, personally, I thought, as far as the current nominees that were there, I thought Pusha should have got it. Pusha T. But, you know, they gave the Grammy who they gave the Grammy to. But I thought Pusha T should have got that Grammy. I enjoyed his album better. And from some of these, you know, hip hop sites and hip hop channels and platforms that I visit, they were on the same accord. As far as the nominees for this particular Rap Album of the Year. Now, as far as who was nominated, that's a whole different conversation. But we already know how the Grammys work. So, but some of the performance, Sam Smith and the young lady, whose name escaped me at this particular time, with the fire, the cage, all this devil imagery and all the horns at the top. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's art. I get it. But it's the same trickery and it's the same rituals. And it's the same fire and satanic, imagery. And it's getting tired, to be honest with you. But shout out to them. The performance, for the most part, was dope. But I just didn't like all that other extra stuff. To be honest with you, I didn't like it. I did see Jay-Z's performance. Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, God Did track, 8 minutes at the Grammy. I like the hip hop tribute. I didn't like the fact that Willie D wasn't on there with the Ghetto Boys. It just had Scarface. I didn't like that at all. That was nasty work. I didn't like they didn't have Spinderella with Salt and Pepper. I get it. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I grew up in the era, so these people contribute, man. They should have been on that stage. And There was a lot of groups that I thought they could have put on there. JJ Fad could have put more West Coast acts on there. Ice, shout out to Ice T. He did his thing. Saw Little Baby's performance. Glorilla. Shout out to Rakim. He did great. Method Man did great. Run DMC. No Bone. No Bone. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. Where was Common? Where was Common? Curious minds want to know. You understand what I'm saying? Where was Havoc? Mobb Deep. These are just questions. These are just questions. I know you can't get everybody on there, but no Shan? Weird. But I'm not mad at the performance. I really enjoyed it. They had to get Jay his 8 minutes. Jay did a good job, man. I mean, Rick Ross did a good job. I really did. My favorite verse on that God Did was it was Lil Wayne. But shout out to Jay with his 85, 87 bars, however they calculated it. But that's it for me, folks. Just thought I'd come on, voice some opinions, share some thoughts. What say you? Hit me up in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Make game never. Peace.
Get up, get up.